So I just found out the new Jackass 4 movie comes out this weekend.
What up, Greg? It's Bam here.
Those movies were insane, and obviously I'm a big fan of Steve-O too. So I'm watching his podcast.
I think we met at the Playboy Mansion.
I'm like, I met him at the Playboy Mansion too. His name is Corey. There were actually 2 Corys there. Unfortunately, the Corey on the left passed away about a month after the party. The only time I talked to them at the party is when they were asking me who a rapper was. I said, oh, that's Young Berg. He has that song. And he was the one that had his chain stolen by Soulja Boy. They were like, no, not him. The guy over there smoking weed. And I was like, I actually have no idea who that is. So I went up to him, and his name is Luniz, and he's got that song. So I'm just sitting here reminiscing, and I was like, okay, I was there for a Super Bowl party, and the Super Bowl is coming up. Go Bengals! Woo! Maybe I should finally tell the Playboy Mansion story.
How do you get invited to the Playboy Mansion? Is it like a letter or a phone call?
How'd you get invited?
Oh boy, here we go. I just finished walking across the country, and I got a ton of publicity, and one of the girls that reached out to me happened to be a former Playmate, and she said, would you like to come to a Super Bowl party at the Playboy Mansion? And I'm like, yeah. So she put me on the guest list, and I had to meet in a parking garage to shuttle us all in. For whatever reason, and still to this day, I have no idea why, they put me on the media bus. There was there were a couple different shuttle buses, but the media bus was the first to arrive. And so I get off the bus, and the security guard's like, let me see your wristband. And I didn't have a wristband. And he was like, what are you doing? What are you trying to pull? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I thought this guy was going to kill me. I'm like, good God. I literally just got here. I have no idea why they put me on the media bus, and I'm about to get kicked out. Like, this is absolute worst case scenario. And I told him who I was there with, and he was like,
all right, come on in.
I'm like, whoo, dodged a bullet. So all of the staff members there, they're like family. And the one girl, one of the hostesses, she was like, oh, let's all do a big group picture. So as we're doing this big group picture, that's when the next shuttle came in. And all of the people on that shuttle, they see me taking pictures with all the staff members. So they just assume I'm somebody, right? So then they all start walking up to me and asking for pictures too. I'm telling you, I must have taken 20 pictures with strangers, and it was so awkward because, like, a couple people were like, where do I know you from? Or, you know, what are you in? Or just stuff like that. Even this guy wanted a picture. Never take a picture with somebody you don't know because it's so awkward for everyone. Anyway, the artist did such a good job with painting all the girls.
Say hi, girls. Hey.
Naturally, I wanted to say hi back. Then I meet my new Playmate friend, and she says, would you like a tour? And I'm like, yeah. I could absolutely care less that there was a football game going on. She introduced me to Mini-Me, then took me down to the zoo. His monkeys were crazy. You could literally feed them. And he had flamingos and peacocks and bunnies. He even had a tree with electric on it, which is probably how all of his pets died. This is the exact moment when dogs started hating me. I should have never left that gate open. One of the coolest things I ever saw in my whole life was his exotic birdhouse. His security guard convinced me that he had the last dodo bird, and that's why he was there guarding it. Dodo birds are supposedly extinct, but if anyone's got one, it's Hugh Hefner. Then it was time to go to the grotto.
Can you give everyone an inside scoop as to what really goes on in the grotto? So what happens in the grotto stays in the grotto.
Not anymore. So she grabs my hand. She's like, you want to go see the grotto? And I'm like, okay, look, in the Midwest, like if you hold someone's hand, that means you're getting married. In Los Angeles, it's just like saying hi. So we walk into the grotto, and I don't know how to say this. If you know who this is, basically you're a bad person. So we walk into the grotto, and we literally see Ron Jeremy. Yeah, she was so grossed out that literally, like, we turned around, we walked out. I didn't talk to her or see her the rest of the night. Like, we were both severely scarred. It was so disgusting. After walking in on Ron Jeremy, I had to go get some food to settle my stomach. Then I was heading to the game house. So I'm playing pinball, minding my own business, and guess who starts playing the machine right next to me? You guessed it. Ron freaking Jeremy. I will never forget this as long as I live. This girl comes up to him and says, hey, Ron, can I, I'm with you? And of course, that got my attention. I'm like, there's absolutely no way. And this is what he said to her. You ready for this? He goes, oh, I'm sorry. I've already had 3 relations tonight. But if you write down your name and number, I'll try to get you tomorrow. Yeah. I witnessed this at least 3 different times. At this point, I'm just like, okay, I just need to toilet paper this place and get out of here.
Just outside the van room, I found some toilet paper in the bathroom.
So I did what any respectable guest would do, and I toilet papered the Playboy Mansion.
Hey Greg, it's Holly Madison. If I meet you again, maybe we wearing that same blue Speedo?